Hello, it's Greg Harrelson here, of course, Century 21, the Harrelson Group down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I just wanted to check in with you. It's the beginning of year, give you some additional real estate coaching, some tips, in hopes that I can play a role in your growth in 2019. Yes, I know I kind of put a catchy title on this particular video, and but I really want to actually ask the question. Aren't you kind of tired of companies and brokers looking at you when you're talking about commissions and they're looking at you and say, well, what are you going to do in order to grow your business? What are you going to do to bring more listings into the company? What are you going to do to write more contracts? And a lot of times companies or owners of companies are asking that question not to find out how they can help you, but they're asking that question because they want to know how you're going to help them earn the income that they want to earn. In other words, the income that a broker earns is really nothing more than a commission that they earn for the services that they provide. Now, the income that you earn as a real estate agent is the commission that you earn from the services you provide to the buyer or seller. And again, the income that is earned by the broker owner is the income that they earn for the services they provide to you, the real estate agent. So the question becomes, Mr. Broker Owner, what are you doing to earn the commission that I'm paying you? Now that's an interesting conversation, and by no means am I trying to start a feud between real estate agents and the company that they work for. But I do think that both people have a responsibility to provide resources, provide strategies for each other to both grow. But I think what's not talked about enough is what a company can be or should be providing for you. And this is a new year, so I'm thinking that maybe this is the time that you need to kind of reflect and look in the mirror and say, hey, am I getting the value, the services, and the resources that I need out of the company that I'm with right now, or maybe the company that I'm choosing to join in the future? And so some of those things that I see right now, or at least complaints that I wrote down on my paper, is these are complaints that I'm hearing from real estate agents that reach out to me. And a lot of them reach out to me to ask, how does my business model work? How do I handle this? Or what do I give to agents within my company? And the complaints that I'm hearing out in the industry is, there's no leads, or the leads are very low quality. That broker and owners are providing leads, but they're providing leads at such a low cost that the quality's low, and they're just doing it because they want to kind of appease the real estate agent versus providing a quality lead where an agent can turn that in and convert that into a commission check. Another complaint is they're just not getting any training or coaching. And I know coaching, a lot of people don't understand, like, well, what can a coach really do for me? Well, all I can say is this. If you look at people like Michael Jordan, he had a coach. You look at people like Tiger Woods, he had a coach. And you could do this in the arts, you can do this in business. When you look at top level professionals, you'll find out that a lot of times they had a coach. And so there's a few things that coaching can do. Number one, it can provide additional strategies that you may not have thought of. They can provide the resources needed to go ahead and execute on the strategies. They can provide some sort of accountability. Maybe they don't have to hold you severely accountable, but they can provide some sort of accountability to make sure that you're advancing, that you're moving forward. And they can provide answers that when things aren't working, they can make suggestions on how you can actually make small shifts in order to make quantum leaps in your business. That's what coaching is all about. Coaching and training. But one of the complaints is, oh, my company doesn't really do that. They tell me to go hire a coach, or they tell me to go watch videos on YouTube and whatnot. In other words, they don't have the resources, so they're just trying to point you to somebody else that might be able to help you. Well, then that means you're going to have to pay that person a portion of your commission for the services they're rendering, where I believe that's the company's responsibility. Now, the third thing that I hear is, they're get bogged down in too much paperwork and contracts and processing listings. I also believe, like processing listings, I believe that's something that a company should do. I think that the company should process your listings. I also think that they should do some of the marketing for your listings, especially social media and internet marketing, to really help you help your seller, because it's a team effort. That's the way that I look at it. And these are the things that I'm talking about when I say, what are you, Mr. Broker, Mr. Owner, what are you doing to earn the commission that I'm paying you? keep asking myself that question to make sure as a company I'm providing value to my agents. But I suggest you ask yourself that question to make sure that you're getting the value that you need from the company that you're currently with. Now, if you're not currently getting the value that you feel you need, should you just quit today? No, Greg Harrelson did not say that. Not at all. I'm trying to open your eyes, though, on what type of value you deserve and what value you can get. And sometimes it's nothing more than needing to have a conversation with your current broker owner and letting them know of your expectations and what you need of them and give them the opportunity to provide that. Now, if they can't provide it, then you have to make good business decisions, and that'll be up to you. I surely would never tell anybody to make a move. Any coach that tells you to do that, to me, they're kind of breaking an unwritten rule. They should never do that because they really don't know what it's like to be in your shoes and to be in your company, so therefore they don't need to go there. But I do know what you can get, and it's just a matter of you taking charge of your business this year and going out and getting the resources that you need. You know, a couple things that I think. Today, technology it's so readily available to us. So I do believe companies should be providing CRMs. I do believe companies should be providing strategies and the data for you to be able to generate listings and generate buyer opportunities. I do believe companies should provide leads. In addition to teaching you how to generate leads, I do believe they should provide some leads too. See, most people will never make a good living off of leads generated by a company. And a lot of times it'll be hard to make a good living off of leads self-generated. But when you combine the two things together, the company provides leads and you actually generate leads, combining those two things together is how you get to the top and how you get to the top fast. I also think they should provide nurture programs, like as you're getting leads and they're in the CRMs and the databases, they should provide materials to nurture on those so you can turn that dormant database into actually commission checks. I always say, let's turn that database into a data bank where you can actually take withdrawals where people are calling you and saying, hey, thank you for following up with me for years and sending me that information. Now I'm ready to do something. So those are the things that I just wanted to talk about today. You know, it's one of the questions that I, again, don't mean to cause any challenges, don't intend to cause any challenges between you and your company. But when you're thinking about, gosh, what am I doing for my company? Ask yourself, what is the company doing for you? And if there's any chance that you need some additional resources, why don't you just talk to the company, tell them what you need, and see if you can work that out. If not, then look at your options. Again, I'm Greg Harrelson with Century 21, the Harrelson Group in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But I'm also, proud to say that I'm with Century 21 Expert Advisors and a principal in the company there in Charleston in the West Ashley area, as well as I just started and acquired, or I should say, joined forces with Century 21 Vanguard in Columbia, South Carolina. So right now, I am coaching agents and serving agents and providing these opportunities in Myrtle Beach area, the Charleston area, and in the Columbia area. So if you're in any of those markets and I can do anything for you, please reach out to me. I'd love to have a cup of coffee, see what's going on with you, see if there's any tips that I can provide, and then if there's any opportunity for me to work with you in the future, boy, that would actually be fantastic. Again, Greg Harrelson here. Talk to you soon.